From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Welcome viewers. Let me start by first bowing down in gratitude to all of you for the overwhelming support to Republic TV, to the Republic Media Network and our new news channel in Hindi, Republic Bharat. And I have something to share. Today, Republic Bharat has become the #1 news channel all India in Hindi, breaking the arrogance of Latvian-based Hindi channels that refuse to report the news and expose the truth, whether on Palghar, whether on Shaheen Bagh, or on Sushant. And today, as your network becomes the first news network in the history of independent India ever to be #1 in English and Hindi both, we rededicate ourselves to the cause and the reason we launched Republic on the 6th of May 2017. To fight for you, to fight the unjust, to fight what's wrong, and in all of this, to fight for a new India and be loyal only and only to our tagline, Rashtra Sarvopari, Nation first, no compromise. So thank you once again. Your love, your blessings, your innumerable messages overwhelm me, and I don't have words which can express my gratitude to you enough. So thank you. And viewers, tonight as I start my show, let me say one thing to all those who expect me and this network to stop exposing the numerous lies and falsehoods uttered by the so-called police inquiry into Sushant Singh Rajput's death. Well, I won't. We won't. This network won't. We won't stop showing to the entire world that they did not investigate, and we will return every time we find clues that prove that they either didn't look at or tried to cover up obvious facts. And tonight my focus is on a man called Sandeep Singh. This man, Sandeep Singh, has suspiciously avoided Republic since I caught his lies on live television the first time he came on my show. Tonight I bring to you footage that raises severe questions about Sandeep Singh's role. And Sandeep Singh, if you're watching this, hear it loud and clear. Your presence, your role, and your obvious inconsistencies are now under national scrutiny. We have that and many more debates coming up this evening, viewers. Debate #1 this evening. My debate #1 is on the CBR landing in Mumbai and more proof coming out. That's debate #1, viewers. Followed, debate #2. The lobby gets a taste of its own medicine. Here is a man, this man, look at him carefully, viewers, Prashant Bhushan. He wanted everyone else to be pushed for contempt. Now he's crying. And debate #3, their role exposed. Republic demands a ban on the SDPI and the PFI both. These two organizations cannot be allowed to operate in Indian democracy. All this and more is coming up. And here are the headlines this Thursday evening on The Debate Tonight. And It's a touchdown for the CBI. CBI team gets cracking in Mumbai on the Sushant murder. 6 Cooper clinchers that could hold the key to the CBI investigation. Explosive footage on the show tonight. And what was Sandeep Singh doing at Cooper front gate, and why was Ria exiting from the back gate? A big expose tonight.
Will you cooperate with CBI, sir? Of course we'll cooperate with sir.
And huge, a tsunami of nervous meetings between the Mumbai Police Commissioner and the State Home Minister. Why is the Sonia Sena so nervous tonight? The lobby is shown its place. More and more voices say enough is enough as Bhushan remains brazen. And more evidence to show the Congress SDPI fixed match in the Bengaluru riots. The pseudos are quiet, but shouldn't the SDPI and the PFI be banned? And ladies and gentlemen, the government in Maharashtra is very nervous. They should be. They have my sympathies. As the CBI team lands in Mumbai, we at Republic are armed with more and more evidence tonight. We have accessed 6 more clinchers from the Cooper Hospital on the 14th of June. These are videos never seen before that raise severe and serious questions around a man called Sandeep Singh. The Republic investigation continues.
The CBI team has landed in Mumbai and has its task cut out. Minutes before the landing, the Mumbai Police Commissioner was summoned by the State Home Minister, Anil Deshmukh.
Sir, will you cooperate with CBI, sir? Of course we'll cooperate with
They are all scrambling because with every passing day, a cover-up is unfolding and Republic is leading the expose. Watch this. 6 new videos from Cooper Hospital that raise more questions. In video 1, the suspicious Sandeep Singh, seen with Sushant's sister, Meetu, at the Cooper Hospital. It looks like he's in charge of what was going on. Watch video 2. His gestures and a thumbs up to the Mumbai police doesn't add up. It's almost as if he's the one deciding where Sushant's sister goes. Strange, isn't it, when the family doesn't even know him?
So it's a long relationship, but since last few months we were not in touch at all.
Sandeep Singh is not known to anybody in the family. If he says that I'm a very, very close friend of Sushant, I have not seen him since last 2 years, at least anywhere close to him.
Let's look at video 3 now. As the ambulance pulls up at Cooper, the Mumbai police and hospital officials form a human chain to block the cameras from recording. Video 4 perhaps reveals why they wanted the media blocked. What appears to be more than one stretcher. Watch again this video that has been slowed down. As the stretcher is pulled out, there are serious questions. Video 5 shows the same man in black t-shirt and a pink cap. He's the same man who entered in ambulance 1, left in ambulance 2, and was even inside the room where Sushant was found dead, standing with a black bag. Cut to video 6 from June 14. Ria exiting the back gate of Cooper Hospital. She's accompanied by a few people. She was inside Cooper for 45 minutes. Who allowed her? And was she present during the post-mortem?
Yet another character's role has now come under the scanner. This time it's Sandeep Singh. But who exactly is this man? Family members say they do not know any Sandeep Singh, but this man can be seen in almost every visual, who appears to be taking control, or rather taking charge of the situation on the ground, right from images inside the ambulance to the very place where the postmortem was being conducted. The other person whose role has now come under the scanner is that of Riya Chakrabarti, whose images can be seen of her exiting from the very place where the postmortem was conducted. Who allowed Riya Chakrabarti to be present when the postmortem was being conducted?
As these videos emerge, Republic wonders why the Shiv Sena is jittery. The same Shiv Sena which attacked the family of Sushant Singh Rajput is wary of a CBI investigation. And why Sharad Pawar predicting a Dabolkar-like outcome in the case? Let's debate.
You know, today Shweta Shalini, the Shiv Sena mouthpiece Samna, almost boasted saying, why Sushant died is a secret buried deep beneath. Why Sushant died is a secret buried deep beneath. The nation wants to know, did they bury the secret, Swapnil? That they are so sure of how deep it was buried? It's a very suspicious statement. Why would you say that? Swapnil, why would you say that? Why would anyone talk like this?
Well, Arnab, it's very, very clear when you look at all these videos. And I am very, very happy that you've been able to get these videos at exactly coinciding with the time that the CBI has landed. And I would want them to see this, because at least this will be making a big, big headway into the investigation. First of all, the video clearly shows that Sandeep Singh has stated that I have not been in touch with Sushant since the last couple of years or so, whatever. And he's right there orchestrating everything at the Cooper Hospital, right from, taking the body and, trying to ensure that this is, everything is taking place according to plan. Let me use that word. And secondly, what is most surprising is Riya exiting from the back gate. What was she doing for 45 minutes at the Cooper Hospital? Examining the inskirts and appreciating the architecture of Cooper Hospital? Certainly not.
Yeah.
So, and that stretcher part, Arnab, the two stretchers are clearly showing, and this coincides with the video that you had shown, 2 days ago, that there are two bodies. So I'm a little astonished as to, that supine position in the house and not in the supine position on the stretcher. All these things clearly go to show that there was this huge plan right from the beginning as to what's going to take place, who's going to be there, who's going to orchestrate the body, who's going to orchestrate the post-mortem, how is it going to be, then how are you going to send the 5 doctors on leave on the basis of Janmashtami, etc. All these things need to be examined and probed. This is a great, great, great investigative journalism. Arnab, this needs to be threadbare exposed so that it exposes the corruption.
We will not stop, Swapnil. We will not stop anymore. Because every day information comes to us. I feel I'm doing my duty by putting the facts out. I'm not obstructing the CBI or the Mumbai police. But nobody can obstruct me either now anymore, Shweta. Nobody can expose me. Nobody can stop us anymore on this. Now the question is, if you look at video 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Shweta, if I just look at the communication, Ishkar and Shweta, I want to play the video, which is a very critical video, which is the thumbs up video. I call it the thumbs up video. Video 2, full frame. Viewers, I will describe what's going on. Look at how this video proceeds. You see, Sandeep Singh is not letting go of Meetu. He knows she is the only family member there. He needs to control her. And look there, he gestures non-verbal communication, thumbs up, and who to? To the Mumbai police. It's on record. That's the Mumbai police officer he gave the thumbs up to. You can see they are working together. You can see he gives a very subtle thumbs up. He thinks the cameras don't notice. Look at that. Just a quick thumbs up for a microsecond, puts it down, which means the Mumbai police and he were together. They had agreed that when I give you the thumbs up, then you allow Meetu to come in. What was going on? What was the Mumbai police officer doing there? He should be interrogated. There is a cop on the spot right ahead of them, leading them into the building now. Who was Sushant Singh, who was Sandeep Singh giving a thumbs up to? Was it to the cop or was it to a third person? Won't it become a subject of investigation now that the CBI is involved? Shweta, was it because Sandeep had completed some task that he had been given? If so, what was the task, Shweta? And who gave him the task? A thumbs up signal is given when the task is completed. It's an indication that now we can carry on, it's safe. Why was he indicating? Was he trying to say mission accomplished? If so, what was this mission? This proves there was a larger conspiracy at work, Shweta.
Arnab, you started. So, Arnab, you started the debate with Sanjay Raut and Samna. I would want to again start off there by saying that if you remember, one of the first articles that he wrote about was that he wanted to make a biopic about George Fernandez and he was looking at giving that role to Sushant. And somebody told him that he was suffering from depression. Now, the question here is, who is that one person who was close, so much close to Sanjay Raut ji and also as much close to the film fraternity to have told him that he was under depression? Because at that point of time, nobody in the world knew. Second, coming to your question of Sandeep Singh, I will want to point out and take one step back, Arnab, and point out that who is this Sandeep Singh? Do you know that he started as a help in Raju Karia's office? He was a help. And from there, he's become a producer and is now producing films. So where is he getting all that money from? Somebody needs to inquire. But now that he is giving symbols and a thumbs up to even the Mumbai police, who is going to ask these
what
questions?
I'm asking, why are you becoming a Sherlock Holmes? Let the CBI do its job. Why are you so much worked up for that? What Sanjay Raut said and others said.
I'm asking questions.
Let the CBI do its job.
Are you going to stop me from asking questions?
One thing,
I'm asking questions.
You people
Sherlock Holmes answers questions. I'm asking questions. And I'm a free citizen of India who can ask questions. You can't stop me from asking questions. Please understand, since these many days, all you were doing, Raviji, was shouting jurisdiction. Where did it all go? Please, nobody will gag anybody, any citizen, any news anchor, any news media to stop asking questions, and you dare not do it. Please understand, your government dare not do it. I'm asking questions. Did I say anything?
And I think all of us have failed in that.
I said
page number
you
33,
need to ask him where did he get all that money from.
Ketan, look directly at the camera.
Both states are making.
Ketan, look directly at the camera. 1 minute. A question goes. Ketan, and Nilotpal is here today and Ishkaran is here today. I am putting visual evidence before my viewers. I have always believed the camera does not lie. Moments are captured. Now fault me as much as you want. Say, Arnab, you're pulling footage out, you're looking for evidence, but isn't that my job?
Arnab?
Isn't that my job? Ishkaran, I ask once again, so many reactions coming in. Viewers, watch this again before Ishkaran comes in full frame. A secret signal goes between Sandeep Singh, who suddenly lands up. Nobody knows who Sandeep Singh is. He says, I was Sushant's best friend. There is no proof that he was Sushant's best friend. He says, I was Sushant's best friend. He lands up out there, uninvited, takes control on the scene. I also want to show you, viewers, I want to show you video one, viewers, the non-verbal communication. Please look at this.
Yes.
Now look at these visuals before you, Ishkaran. Now I show the next set of visuals. Look at this. This man is not looking normally. You can see on the screen, full frame, the man in the grey ombre shirt is Sandeep Singh. He is holding Sushant Singh's sister, Meetu Singh, by her shoulder, almost as if not to let her out of his sight. Full frame, Gagan, please. You can see his eyes searching, almost looking for or trying to identify something. He is not there. He's looking to his left. He's using eye contact as a means of non-verbal communications. Sushant's sister has broken down. He's communicating with someone else non-verbally. Who is that with? He was leading the charge on the 14th of June. He has, as per the visuals I present before you, he has a fantastic working relationship with the Mumbai police officials. Why? He's not a member of the Mumbai police, and then he gives a thumbs up to the Mumbai police official. Job done. Mission accomplished. What's going on here? That means the visuals evidence proves that the Mumbai police and Sandeep Singh were working together. They were working on a plan. It's quite evident, Ishkaran.
Arnab, a picture is worth 1,000 words. And you have shown multiple pictures.
No,
I will
it does
just quote
not.
five
The video does
five
not
pictures
show
you have
anything.
shown.
It does not
Please
show
don't
the thumbs up
interrupt.
was to
Let me
Mumbai
just
police.
speak on the
You are
5 pictures
looking
Arnab
into
you
the
have
video.
shown.
There's nothing like
Arnab,
this.
picture 1. Let me please
Let
finish,
him
then you
speak.
can come in. Let me finish. Thank you. Arnab, you have shown picture of unauthorized person in the flat. You have shown picture of the unauthorized people, a lady trying to enter the society. You have seen unauthorized picture of Ria going to the mortuary. You have shown unauthorized pictures of Sandeep Singh encircling the family member. He was not a friend before the occurrence. He is not a friend after the occurrence. But on 14th, he is not only the friend, he is taken charge of the entire situation. So all the images you show, they are worth thousands and thousands and thousands of words of how Mumbai police was allowing unauthorized entrance into the flat, into the society, into the ambulance, into the mortuary. First thing CBI must do in this case is investigate the so-called Section 174 proceeding of Mumbai police. How was all this happening?
Shoaib is quiet, Ravi is quiet, Ashish is quiet.
Twice is a coincidence. Third time it's enemy action. Flat may be illegal, society may be illegal, ambulance may be illegal entry, mortuary may be illegal entry. Picnic spot tha ya crime spot tha? Ho kya raha tha? And Mumbai police is such a professional investigative agency. That means there was somebody very powerful allowing all these unauthorized entries into multiple spots. From flat till mortuary. From flat till mortuary, there is not a spot.
Ketan.
They did not have unauthorized entry. Investigate it all.
Yes, Ketan, you were saying something. Should I proceed with the next bit of evidence, or would you like to respond?
No, I was saying that I saw on many other news sources
So you are on
that the
Republic,
mystery
speak about
man
this
that
news
was shown,
source.
he turned out to be the ambulance owner's brother. The mystery woman that was shown, she was some PR manager of Sushant Singh.
Who is she? You know? Who is she?
I think we should
You
is
all
she?
don't allow these people
So
into
who is
the
she?
crime
Why did
spot.
she go in?
CBI now.
Why did a
don't
PR
see
manager of
this
Sushant Singh rush in
from it
stealthily
and-
into the
and-
scene?
and take
No,
the
why did she?
footage
No,
and
why did
interrogate
she?
the case further?
Why did the
See,
PR manager of Sushant Singh get unauthorized access to the crime scene? If you feel you identify, tell me who it is.
Brother, you say-
Tell me the name of the person. Who are you identified? Don't go by rumors on my program.
Allowed inside. You will allow his brother, chacha, mama, taya of the ambulance operator inside the crime scene. What is the authority of brother of an ambulance operator to come to the crime scene?
She was a PR personnel.
Who? Name?
You don't allow anybody
spinning
inside.
yarns. These are
I
fairy
don't
tales.
recall,
What is
but I
PR
have seen
personnel
on other
in
news
this? Stop
sources.
doing PR here.
These are fairy tales. Please, we are not interested in parables here.
Don't do PR here. You don't allow anybody inside the crime scene. What is a PR person doing inside the crime scene?
Into the things.
वहाँ पे news
Nothing
writing
has
है.
been shown in the
These are
video.
absolute fairy
You want
tales.
people to believe whatever you are saying.
Now
You don't allow
let us
anybody
give that
inside the
footage to
crime scene.
CBI and let them take the case further. See, the Supreme Court has admitted that the scope of investigation of Mumbai police was limited, and hence it has brought in CBI. Now let CBI do its job.
I'm sorry, the Supreme Court has approved the proceedings under 174. In para 35 say that the inquiry under 174, we did not find anything suspicious.
Don't fool the people. You're
There is
making a
nothing
fool of
that
yourself
the
on the
inquiry
show.
under 174 was not done rightly. The Supreme Court has said,
No,
read para
I'm not-
35 of
Yes,
Supreme Court judgment.
Ashish Dixit, please read
Please stop
the
defending.
order.
Swapnil!
Read the order correctly.
The judgment
Please
is
read the
clear.
order.
Yes, I have read the
Understand
order.
that.
Read para
Don't come here and
35.
heckle.
I'm quoting
Don't
you the
talk
page
nonsense.
30.
Please read the order, otherwise I'll teach you how to read the order. I'll teach you how to read Supreme Court orders.
174 proceeding. There has
to be a credible investigation. What is the meaning of credible?
35.
No, what is the
Read
meaning of
para
credible? That
35.
means Mumbai Police's investigation was incredible. What
Yes, but
nonsense?
there is point 10
Please read
which
this.
says that the records
Please
of
read
the
the
case
order.
Supreme Court
prima
said
facie
there is
suggests
nothing
no
to
wrongdoing
indicate that
by the Mumbai police.
investigation was
Point
not
number
right.
10.
The only
If
reason to
after-
send a matter
Has
to
pointed
India
fingers
is
that
What nonsense are you talking about?
Bihar police would have been avoided. So there have been aspersions cast.
I'm
but
sorry, you don't
overall-
understand any
And now
sense.
after a
Wrongdoing, they
clear
haven't-
order
That's
of
all
Supreme
democracy.
Court
The CBI
giving the
finds anything,
investigation
then you
to
stand
CBI, if
vindicated.
people are still
I would
going
like to
defend
present
Mumbai
Please read
police,
the order,
hats
please.
off to them.
I would like
And
to present a
after
third
clear
piece of
judgment,
evidence now.
It's a clear
I'd like to bring a third piece of evidence. Kulbir Krishnan, former IPS officer, is also with us today.
Bihar and Mumbai.
My God, please don't be so unruly. Let's analyze this in depth and well. Mr. Kulbir Krishnan, you have led many investigations. You're a senior IPS officer. I show you video 3, which you can take in conjunction with the videos I've shown earlier. Video 3, viewers, full frame is the attempt to block the body being brought out. Now take a look at this video. This is from the hospital where the ambulance arrives. You can see that there is I'll show this again so you won't miss anything, viewers. You can see there is an attempt to maneuver the media out of the line of vision of the ambulance. Physically. You can see how all the staff waves at the media, gesticulating to them to move aside. You can see almost how a human chain is formed. And is that one body or two? Anyway, was there an overt attempt to block the media? Was it crowd control, or was it to hide something? This does not happen in any other case. Why is the entire affair around the ambulances murky when first 2 ambulances were brought and now the ambulance that carried the body is almost shielded away from vision? We showed you visuals of the seemingly abnormally tall body that was carried out of Sushant's residence, which seemed about 7 foot tall. And now there is an attempt to hide the body as it is carried out of the ambulance. Is there a connection? Mr. Kulbir Krishnan, are these ordinary circumstances?
They definitely are not. In fact, the PM is normally done under daylight. And in this case, I do not know why it was done, late in the evening. There are 2 quick points I'd like to make. Yesterday you mentioned that there are a lot of nervous meetings going on in Mumbai. The fact is that yesterday's Supreme Court judgment has made a lot of people nervous and put the fear of the law not only in people in general, but in police officers in particular. And those who have tried to botch up or spoil the inquiry. The Supreme Court has done its job. It's now for the Union Home Ministry, which controls the IPS and the IAS, to do its job.
Mr. Mishra, are you suspecting the Mumbai police?
No, I'm not.
Are you casting aspersions on the Mumbai police?
I am saying that the Union Home Ministry should take action under Article 3 and 11 2C, which is...
No, sir, you reply my one question. Are you suspecting the Mumbai
now
police?
The CBI is taking up the
Supreme Court has
case.
written clearly, they have done their job, they have done a credible investigation or inquest, whatever was there.
Supreme Court has given the case to the CBI. The CBI is taking up the case after 66 days.
I am asking you.
So let him complete.
You have been a police officer.
Stop heckling, no, Ravi. Let him complete.
But let me complete. The point I'm trying to make is the CBI is a professional body. It's going to do a very good job, and it is going to get the help of Mumbai police officers and men who are professional and who want to save their reputation and bring out the truth. There are a small minority who give a black sheep, who give a bad name to others. They have to be taken care of, and the Home Ministry and the
Ravi, why are you getting nervous? Sir, you're not involved, are you?
Those who quarantine.
You're not involved in this. Why are you getting so nervous? Debate properly, but don't heckle. The question is, Ravi, you're not involved. No, I'm just verifying. You're not involved. No, what happened? So why are you getting so worked up? So Neelam Katara is on the debate.
Can you allow me for that?
Neelam Katara is on the debate. I want to show you video 4. Video 4. Producers, can we play it, please? Thank you. Video 4, viewers, is on the screen. People like Shoaib Chaudhary should look at this closely. People like Shoaib Chaudhary who come on these programs and take a position without having the facts should look at this closely. Look at it closely, Shoaib. You can see the ambulance doors open. The stretcher is being brought out. Now watch, the ambulance is taken in. You can see what appears to be the head of the body and then the part towards the feet as the stretcher moves. But now look, the wheels of what appear to be another stretcher are seen. And as the stretcher whizzes by, the man in the white shirt steps in to ensure the process is blocked from vision. That means there is a second stretcher, Neelam Katara, without a doubt. Without a doubt, Neelam Katara, there is a second stretcher. We've proven it. And then to hide the second stretcher from being captured by the media, a human chain is built. People are blocked. Now, why was there one stretcher taken out of the ambulance or two? Now, if there were two stretchers taken out, what was the second stretcher for? And if the second stretcher was empty and there is nothing suspicious, why was there so much panic to ensure that nobody gets a shot of the second stretcher?
It's really, I mean, it's unfathomable. Why should a second stretcher be there at all? And if it was there, like I think one of the drivers or somebody said that a stretcher wheel broken, so we had a second one, but then they didn't need to stuff it into the ambulance and bring it. So it's very difficult to figure out why it should be there and why was it being taken right into the hospital. I mean, this is something which is completely beyond. And then again, why are so many people trying to, cover it up? And where is Sandeep Singh now? I mean, he's not standing there and supervising where the stretcher is going.
Precisely.
So he's been there all the while, but he's not there where he should be there if he's taking care of things.
Look at this visual evidence. Shoaib is looking a little uncomfortable today. I think he's uncomfortable, Shweta, because he cannot confront these facts. He's looking at all these pictures and saying, what on earth have I been defending for the last 1 month? Is that what you're thinking, Shoaib?
I am not going to be incited, Arnab, by your personal comments tonight. You know that I'm not doing well. Your producers are aware of that. Now, I would also want to congratulate the Supreme Court of India for putting an end to your speculative investigation, which looks nothing more than a film script. I mean, come on, you're creating a film script scene.
This is for your information. This is real footage. No. For your information, this is real footage. For your information, this is footage from the crime scene in the hospital. What are you talking about?
So what are you?
This is real footage. Are you shocked?
But what do you mean? This cannot be such an organized crime. It cannot be such an organized crime if it was at all.
How do you know?
If at all.
Obviously, it was a very well organized crime. Nilotpal, Shweta, you look at that.
How do you know it was an organized crime?
Because this is real footage. Because this is not film footage.
Shoaib, how do you know such details?
So how do you know this is a part of that?
How do you know such details? Would you please enlighten us?
How does Arnab Goswami and you guys know the details?
Do you know that these are real?
How do you know the details? How do you know the details? Real footage. आप ये बताइए कि कैसे आप कैसे imply कर रहे हैं कि ये
right people have not asked these questions. Shoaib ji, we are asking why the right people have not asked these questions. This is what we are asking. And you are saying that we are creating a movie.
Who are the right people? Now the Supreme Court has already given it to CBI. They have already given it to the CBI. Let it investigate. As per the Sandeep Singh, my government, I am not a part of the government, ma'am. You are a part of the government who's making it. You guys are making it political. You guys are making it political.
Absolutely.
I am not a part of the government.
As a responsible citizen, I feel that if I am, please, Shoaib ji, please understand, I have a right to question. Second, if there is anything that I have observed, it is my right, fundamental right and responsibility to bring it to notice. But you, as an irresponsible citizen, are saying that it is part of a film script. I mean, what are you doing? Denying the visual evidence right on everyone's face? Please, the nation is watching.
I will deny it till the time CBI comes to a closure on this. I will continue to deny these fictitious stories. Do I have a right to my opinion? Do I have a right to my opinion? I will continue to fight it out. I will continue to defend it. I will continue to call it a fiction. I will continue to call it a film escape. What is your problem? Do I have a right to my opinion or not?
I don't want to fight. I want answers. Why were there two bodies? Why were there two stretchers? Why were there two ambulances? We need answers.
Where does this visual claim? This visual doesn't show two bodies.
What politics?
This visual
and
doesn't show two bodies.
Let me please answer
And
your first
Sandeep
question.
Singh,
You were
sir,
saying,
back
do you
to Sandeep
suspect the
Singh.
police? What did the Supreme Court say about the police?
About the other two suicides also in Bombay, Bollywood. Why don't you question them? Why you are silent on them? The two more suicides are there. Ask for the investigation.
We are questioning
Why
everybody.
You are not
It is your duty to question. It is your government's duty to question.
Why? You are selective. You are playing politics.
It is your duty to question.
That's why. You are
Here's a question. Here's my next question.
Actually, unfortunately, she belongs to a political party which doesn't agree with dissent.
74-year-old man.
The problem
And
is,
because you are not doing your job well, it is important for us to bring it out.
Viewers, as the CBI lands in Mumbai, my next question. My next question, please. Gentlemen, can I request for a moment's silence, please? Moment's silence. Because this testimony I must be allowed to present. Video 5, please. From our production control room, we are now showing you video 5. Nilotpal?
Sure.
The same man in the black shirt and pink cap is seen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there is a man with the pink cap and the black shirt who was present at the building premises where the death took place. So the question I have is simple. Who is the man in the pink cap and black shirt? Was it Deepesh Sawant? What role did he have when he was seen handing the black bag to the mystery lady in the blue shirt and white stripes at Sushant Singh Rajput's residence premises? Now the critical question is, if this man is not an ambulance driver, Nilotpal, if this man is not an ambulance driver, why was he in the ambulance? The obvious inference is the two people who are managing the scene is the man in the pink cap and the black shirt who is working together with Sandeep Singh, who is wearing the grey ombre shirt and is doing sign language with the Mumbai police. Nilotpal, who is this man in the black shirt and pink cap? He's a central figure in whatever happens that day on 14th.
So first I will request Government of India Health Ministry to cancel the license of Cooper Hospital. 14th June, extreme lockdown. You see social distance ki dhajji ud gayi hai. There is no health worker in PPE kit. There is no COVID test report.
In Disha Shalian case, it took 2 days for post-mortem due to the COVID report. Now see here, body came directly from home to Cooper. The police is attending there, visible there, taking the stretcher out. There is no one in PP kit. Malab Cooper Hospital is a park where Riya Chakravarti came to give the tribute to Sushant Bhai. You understand? No one called her. And this person who I'm seeing, he was at the ambulance also. He was giving some bag to the lady also. He is present in this ambulance, Cooper Hospital. He's Mr. India or what? Everywhere, wherever is ambulance going, wherever critical person are there, he is available. And Government of India should immediately cancel the license of Cooper Hospital to not follow the norm of COVID. Extreme lockdown it was on 14th of June. There is no one in PP kit, no gloves, no safety.
No, but besides that, you raise a very important point out there, which I also find very intriguing. I've been asking the question.
Sir.
That in Disha Salian's case, to finish the post-mortem took 2 days.
It took 2 days, yes, sir. And,
there was a COVID report which was brought out, etc., whereas that case was a case of a body falling from a building. In terms of the suspicious nature of events, This is more suspicious because a body is found without anyone finding it hanging. It's found stretched out on a bed in very suspicious circumstances. Yet in this case, you're saying that there was the post-mortem, there was no COVID test, so immediately done, and cremation also happened immediately.
Sir, if COVID test has to be, would have done, the report will not come at least in 12 hours.
So you're saying they rushed that?
Of course. So,
do you you're a close friend of Sushant. You must have spoken to other friends. Do you, close friend of the family, do you, any of you know who this man with the pink cap and black t-shirt who is, black shirt who is working closely with Sandeep Singh is?
I have not seen him on 15th. I was there at the cremation center at home also. I had not seen this guy on 15th. But what I am telling, sir...
But Sandeep would know.
Yes, of course. Of course.
But nobody's asked Sandeep so far, at least.
I think after your debate on your channel, I think is not visible anywhere.
After the day he came on my show, you are correct. And where he made a lot of self-contradictory comments, he has not been seen anywhere.
True, sir. But the thing is, you know, so the thing is, post-mortem started midnight.
Yes.
One of the panelists, sir, was telling that it should be happen day-night time. Now, evening when the Sushant bhai body reached there, how COVID report came so fast, and in 12 hours, the cremation happened next day, I think afternoon time. So how fast COVID report came, how dangerous it was for the people attended the funeral, whether only 20 people allowed in the funeral, 20-25. You can see near the stretcher, there are more than 20 people. You can see many people who was accompanying Ria in the Cooper Hospital. Is it a park?
Now, let me show one more. Let me show one more visual. Shweta, look at this carefully. Swapnil, look at this carefully. This is video 6. Now, you very closely look before you. There are two images. One of the man in the white shirt at Cooper Hospital's back gate with Ria Chakrabarti. And the other seems to be of the same man in the same shirt, but now he is with Sandeep Singh. I repeat, viewers, please look at the visual evidence. Pictures don't lie. A man in a white shirt at Cooper Hospital's back gate with Ria Chakrabarti. And the other is what appears to be of the same man in the same shirt with Sandeep Singh. So the question is, this man who is both with Sandeep Singh and at Cooper Hospital with Ria Chakrabarti, who is this man? If Sandeep Singh was not in touch with Sushant for over a year, and if Ria came into his life only before in the last 10 or 11 months or 1 year, then how come there is a common link between the two? Most importantly, how were they allowed inside where a post-mortem is going on? How is Ria Chakrabarti allowed inside where a post-mortem is going on in Cooper Hospital? Swapnil?
But you said the
how is
happening in the night? And this is a daylight
funny part is, Arnab, the point is, there is a very, very important point here. I just want to liken, I just want to compare the two things. When you were questioned by the Mumbai police, I doubt whether your lawyer was allowed inside. And here, when a post-mortem is taking place, another person is being allowed inside, and that to Ria Chakrabarti. And I'm sure she was not, just sitting outside, but I'm sure she was there in the post-mortem, in the mortuary where the post-mortem took place. There is no two ways about it. There is.
Ketan, tell me, look at these pictures, however motivated you think we are.
I have a point.
I ask you, Ketan.
Needs to take the custodial interrogation of Sandeep Singh, and Meetu Singh needs to be questioned.
Hand on my heart.
How can this man put a hand around her and he can be so confident about
this is something really
No. Meetu Singh was grieving at that point of time. Meetu Singh was grieving. Sandeep Singh was controlling the situation and trying to distract her. Look at the pictures. Now I ask you, Ketan, tell me, how is the same man in two sets of pictures?
Yes.
Arnab, there's a lady there, and he could have handed Me Too over to that lady and gone and looked after things. I think he's using Me Too as his passport. Yeah, he is using Me Too Singh as his passport, to sort of confirm that he is a member of the family. Because otherwise, there's a lady there. As soon as he steps into the hospital, there's a lady in a white dress, in a black suit with some white embroidery. He could have handed her over. She was almost there, to take care of the sister. I don't know who she was, but he hangs on to Me Too because that is just to
that allows him entry.
There.
If you notice, he's not a member of the family. He's not a friend. Yeah. He has taken access. He is moving next to her.
Exactly.
By showing that he knows her. He's getting access to all the places, and then he's coordinating with the Mumbai police and doing a thumbs up. The Mumbai police is.
Of Me Too. So he's proved that he is a part
of the family. As a former BMC reporter, I can tell that
if
she was allowed in, that this is definitely shocking.
No, how was she allowed in? What was going on? Why was this man going with her? What was he doing? Who is he? Is he a family relation? Who is he?
I mean,
does the police never ask these questions? They allow anyone in? And why is he gesticulating?
After the post-mortem, how was the body handed over to him? Did he have a letter of authority from somebody in the family? Or you just give the body to anyone? I don't understand. I mean, this is really, really very different.
Now
because the body, you have to prove, you have to give some identity to say, I am a member of the family before you get the body.
Now think of all the evidence that I have presented in the course of the last 40 minutes. And Ketan, Ravi and Ashish, beyond saying that I'm a terrible person, this is a terrible channel and with this terrible journalism, you have anything to say about the hard evidence we presented?
Arnab, no one has said that you are a terrible person, you are an exceptional person.
But that was in jest.
Is of a terrible quality. It does not.
The evidence I presented, the visual evidence.
So you are an exceptional person outside the studio.
No. I'm joking. Ketan, that's not the question. The question is, the CBI is on the ground. They are going to have to look at the visual evidence and take on custodial interrogation. That's the only way.
If you have such a foolproof evidence, why CBI has not taken this evidence from you?
The investigation is clearly now increased, and the Supreme Court had reservations
about
limiting it to just suicide and
you are saying that they still don't know it.
CBI has just landed. They will take
now clearly the scope
information from Arnab they want
all this video evidence.
I'm sorry, from 6th of August the CBI is investigating. CBI may have landed or may not have landed, that is not relevant. But
if they need his help, then take Arnab's help.
Investigating from 6th of August.
No, they were looking only at the financial part.
Shweta wants to make a last point.
CBI is in charge of investigation.
Right, so if they want to seek Arnab's help, they'll seek. Why are you under pressure? What's your problem?
Please understand this. If you ask the family, the family did not know Sandeep Singh. He made his way through, everyone allowed. He's signaling to the police. We agree, we understand that is visual evidence. Now please note, has somebody checked who was Riya staying with all this while? Who accompanied her? How was that person? He's a co-producer. His name happens to be Suraj Singh. Has somebody checked on who Suraj Singh is? Does somebody... Now, Sandeep had clearly said that I did not know Riya. But he knows the same person that is seen with Riya the very next day, who seems to be extremely close. Now, why is this nexus? Why is this nexus not being questioned?
Well, I think there is panic that the CBI has come up with a plan of action. I hope the CBI, which is already on the ground, looks at all this and more. But as I said once again at the beginning, we are not backing off. We are going to put more and more information out to assist the investigation, not misdirect it, because there is an investigation ongoing now. On the other side, two big debates, including why there's a need to ban both the SDPI and the PFI in a few minutes.